This, be nice.
I'm finding it.
Well, since I landed on your FYP without your permission, and we're just awkwardly staring at each other, you may as well take a second and say hi to me in the comments.
Working on a new project called Beautiful Shells Pattern. Tried to make a video earlier. 50 minutes of crocheting, and yeah, I don't know, it didn't edit or anything. I don't know what I'm doing. But I tried. So I just figured I'll video process updates on it. It's gonna be it's in a square, so I figured it'd be kind of cool for a couch cover. So, because yeah, between kitty cats and, don't tell them I showed you, the professor's area. When company comes, I don't like, the couch is always, I mean, I vacuum it, clean it, it's got stains. So I wanted to make a cool, couch cover for when company comes over, because the ones we bought over the years shrink. So I think for the cost of the yarn and me making it would cost less than buying the couch covers, because I think last time I looked it was 70, 80 or 100, and I want it to be kind of cool, not something everybody has. So our living room is all like nautical themed, so like I'll show you our wall of art. Some of it I did, some of it his or the professor's mom or grandfather did, and some are his collection. But yeah, we got like a nautical kind of a thing going. He picked the colors. It was called, the paint color was called JLCs. So, like my name, Bayside is in my blood. I'm from Havre de Grace, so grew up on the bay. So, yeah, Chesapeake. I had to think for a second. Chesapeake Bay. So, so yeah, this is, and hopefully I can, I have a bad habit of rubbing my nose and sniffing. Yeah, I can't crochet and talk at the same time. So, this will just be a intro to my new project. And I'm excited. This is one of those fun patterns that you don't have to think about. You don't have to look at. I picked it up and like watching, like there was a video tutorial. I watched it and easy peasy. The one I was working on, because the problem with this yarn, this blue yarn, it's so soft and it doesn't feel like your typical acrylic yarn. So I had to go through a couple brands of white to find something that felt the same. I don't know. And plus it looks better than the other, I think Red Heart I had, and it just didn't look great with this yarn. It's like this, I love it. It's like, it feels like cotton. Of course, I'm not gonna be able to find it. I don't know if we're allowed to say brands or anything, but Lion Brands. I love a lot of their yarns. This was an oops buy, because I just got Walmart, and so I was late night window shopping. And so when I placed the grocery order, their cart shop system is kind of funky, and I don't always see stuff in there that I don't need. It's weird. I can't explain. Like, unlike Amazon, where it's all straightforward down, Walmart site. So this was kind of a fun oops buy. So I've gotten a couple skeins of it over the past couple months, and I was like, it is like the perfect colors, because it goes like from that light blue thing, almost same color as the wall, to this dark blue. So hard to find a yarn. That's just it. I mean, I would love to find an ombre in teals, because those are my colors. The blues are Joe's. So, well, actually, funny thing is, my favorite all-time color is green, and Joe's not a big fan of green. That's okay. So his is blue, so blue and green together make teal. So he doesn't mind teal, even though he calls it green. But sorry, I'm trying to find a yarn in that perfect teal color. Haven't found it yet. So, but yeah, this is so soft. And it's 100% acrylic. I am trying to get away from using plastic made materials and go more for cotton, but I don't know if I'm even gonna, I'm not a little smidgen on the tired world of this whole plastic in our water system. So I mean, it's not like I'm going to make this and then throw it away or donate or whatever. This will be with us till the day I die, and hopefully we keep it nice and all that. But so Joe does look at it, the professor, he does look at it like, yeah, it is made out of plastic, but I don't know. I'm brain burning. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Stayed way too late. But I was enjoying crocheting, and like, it's just one of those patterns that you can pick up. Later on, when I get more into it, I'm gonna write down and to put it in like hashtags or the link to where you can find this pattern. I don't even know if the lady who did it, she used cotton. Yarn. I don't know how many years ago this pattern. She has a tutorial on YouTube. I don't know if she's like a beginner per se or something, but there were some stitches that one of the things is she kept saying to tie all the nut ends together, and I was always taught you weave them in, and actually she kept cutting her yarn, whereas I don't try to cut my yarn into pieces, and I'm about to get cut off. Maybe I'll post another ramble, but I just keep going up, and there's no extra yarn ties other than, because I did try to do her method. maybe one day I'll when I get the hang of, I'm getting cut off of editing, I can come up with a tutorial on how to, instead of changing out row by row for each color. But bye.
Crocheting is my full-time job, so it's not often that I have time to make a project for myself. But when I walked into a yarn store the other day and found this, I couldn't resist. So let's make something. So this one is gonna be a bit different than normal. I wanna go for more of a chunky look, so I'm going to work from top down rather than in a rectangle and then sewing it together. I think it'll look a bit more interesting, so we'll see how it goes. So I just made my magic circle and then I did 8 double crochets into the first round. I'm just gonna slip stitch to complete the circle. There we go. And then I'm probably gonna do an increase on every stitch. Sure. Okay, just kidding. I'm actually gonna start over. What else is new? So I'm frogging this right now because I actually have another ball and I figured if I work both at the same time, it'll be chunkier and come together faster. So why wouldn't I? Take 2. Let's get the second ball of yarn in here because it's gonna come together so much quicker. 2 strands, magic circle. I just finished my 3rd row. I'm deciding to do like a mesh kind of thing. So I did like a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. So it kind of makes these holes, but I think I like it. Again, adds to the chunkiness of it all. So I'm just gonna keep going. Surprise, I ended up taking it apart again because I wasn't liking the mesh. I think the holes were too big, and honestly, if I'm wearing it for winter in Montreal, that's not gonna do anything. So here we are. It looks a bit pointy, a bit gnomey. But like when I stretch it, there's just kind of that little ball at the top, which I kind of like. So I'm just trying to keep going and see what happens. I don't want to hear it. This is why I don't make stuff for myself.
Do you not get the concept?
You want to start crocheting, but you feel like you can't because all these tutorials are trash? I got you. Welcome to Crocheting 101. Babysitting. So if you hear a baby in the background, that's what it is. First thing you're going to want to do is get comfortable. You're going to be sitting here for a long time, honey. As a former beginner, I recommend starting with a 5-point millimeter hook, okay? Because it's nice and thick and you can actually hold it. When I first learned how to crochet, I was using a 6, okay? The second thing you're going to want to do is make sure you have something like this to like wrap around your needle as comfort, because your hands will cramp up, okay? I'm telling you, they're going to cramp up. Next thing you're going to do is learn how to do a knot so you can start your chain, okay? If the yarn is good quality, the brand doesn't matter. I'm letting y'all know this now. What you're going to do is make sure the smaller end is kissing your middle finger, okay? Smooching, French kiss. Then make sure this yarn crosses over the other yarn. So it's just across a simple X, and then you're going to take the longer end and you just go like this and pull up. It's simple, okay? Then after that, you pull over and look, you have a knot. Make sure they're kissing, okay? Go like this, cross over, twist, pull over again from the back. Now you have that. You're gonna put the little thing on the hook like this, and you're just gonna pull. See? Simple. So now it's like this. Simple. So now you're left with this, and this is where your needle is gonna come in. You're gonna go like this, right? And you see the longer end, you just pull to your liking. I don't recommend going all the way tight for a beginner. So what you're gonna do next is you're going to yarn over, okay? So when I yarn over, when I was a beginner, I would literally hold on to this because like I don't want the yarn to slip off, and as a beginner, I didn't even know how to pull the freaking hook through. Next thing you're gonna do is hold the yarn like this and just pull through. Hold the yarn like this, pull through, and you're gonna, I'm telling you, it's not gonna be your, it's trial and error. They're called chains, but you're gonna change like 5 or 6. Now you're gonna learn how to double crochet. And I know people are, double crochet, huh, that's sorcery. Wait, hold on. I used to think the same thing. When I heard double crochet, I was like, that sounds so complex. Like, how do you expect me to do that? So your stuff is gonna look like this, right? You're gonna yarn over, and instead of pulling through, right, you're gonna find one of the chains that you did, your messy chain stitch, and you're gonna stick it through it. like that. Stick it through the hole. Then you're going to yarn over and pull through the hole you just sticked it in from. You should have 3 loops on your needle, okay? Then you're going to yarn over like this, and you're going to pull through 2. Okay? Then you're going to yarn over again, and you're going to pull through the remainder 2 loops. And now you're left with 1. And I know people, what? Let me explain again. Yarn over like this. You're going to find a stitch, the second stitch, not the same one we just worked into. Go through it. Pull through, right? Now you have 3 on your hook. Then you're going to yarn over, pull through 2, just 2. Then you're going to yarn over again, pull through the other 2. Okay? And now you just did a double crochet. So you just learned how to single crochet and double crochet in one video. Those are the 2 important stitches that you're going to need to learn. Single crochet and double crochet, because double crochet and single crochets are used in pretty much every crochet project. The next thing I'm going to teach y'all to do is a magic circle. So practice on everything I just taught you to do in this video. Bye.
The number one thing crocheting has taught me is that I still don't know how to count.
So I have a couple updates on some items I'm working on right now. I started a new star blanket for my daughter for Christmas. This is a beautiful pattern and beautiful yarn. I'm using the Mandela, the Lion Brand Mandela again. I really do love the softness of this yarn, and I really love not having to change out yarn that much. So I think that is going to turn out really pretty. I think that the pattern is going to flow really nicely. Okay, so next up I have this hexagon cardigan that I've been working on for a while now. I finished up both panels. I got it together. I have seamed up the arms and put a trim and added some length, and also added some granny squares to the back. So far, I think it's going well. It's just not as easy as I thought it was going to be. And my patience is not great either. So I got the trim added. I did a front post, back post, double crochet on that, and I think that turned out pretty well. Got the extra length. Where I'm running into issues, and if anyone has any advice, is the neckline. I didn't want to add a bunch of, a hood or anything like that, because it's already pretty bulky. It feels pretty heavy. I'm hoping once I block it, it will flow better, be softer. We'll see how that goes. I have a lot of ends to sew in. I dread those. But I also need to decrease and make the sleeves and make the cuffs and all of that. But so far, so good. It's just I needed a little break from it. So I'm going to be looking up some ways to maybe make this a little more, look a little bit better, not feel so bulky at the top. I want it to sit well. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know. Thank you.
One tip for crochet babies who want cute patterns but are tired of changing yarns.
How I went from this crochet level to this crochet level in less than a year and a half. As a beginner, the thing I struggled with most was getting straight, clean edges, so I used this video literally religiously in order to perfect my tension and to make sure that I was crocheting in the right end hole, because sometimes I would actually crochet one before the end. So this was really helpful to make sure that I was crocheting in the right end hole and then chaining whatever I needed to chain and then turning my work. I also started practicing each stitch. Normally it was anywhere from half double crochet, and single crochet, just religiously. I would practice it, I would take it out, and I would always use scrap yarn. I had a ball of just white multicolored yarn that I was never going to use, so I would just continue practicing on it. I would make a panel like this. It was just a square, and I would do single crochet and practice and chaining it and practicing and practicing and practicing some more, and then I would take it all out. I would never use it for an actual project. I was just practicing getting the correct tension, because practicing really makes your form so much better with crocheting. It becomes like learning how to ride a bike. It becomes muscle memory, and then you can do it anytime, anywhere. Now I can crochet with the exact right tension that I need when I'm literally walking on the treadmill at the gym, and I can do this on a high inclination at a low speed, but it's because I had spent so much time practicing the foundations that now I'm able to do that. So my biggest tip of advice for people like you guys who are newer to crochet is just practice, because practicing is your best friend. Watch as many videos as you can, but don't take every video to the T. Find your own method. Like the way I crochet is apparently the English way of crocheting, or the Americanized. It's one of those, because I hold the yarn and I don't just yarn over the proper way. And I did not know that until people told me when I started filming my TikToks. And so find a method that works for you. Use inspiration and research to guide you, but find what works best for you.
Learn how to make clothes. Learn how to make clothes. Learn how to make clothes. Don't do sketches and collages, because that's bullshit. I mean, anybody can do that. You have to learn how to make clothes. And then the other thing is, you have to shut up and work and work and work all the time and produce.
So I made something. You're probably like, what the heck? It's a balloon dog. I love it. You can just take it all apart and do it again. I love it.
Definitely don't want to get these ugly fabric pieces, but okay, just don't know how to deal with these annoying edges. How can that be? Here's an easy way. We use double crochet as an example. When you finish your last stitch of the row, rotate your work clockwise. Make sure your direction is right. Then, make a single crochet into the first stitch. Insert your hook. Yarn over, pull through. Yarn over again, pull through 2 loops. Now we can see there are 2 loops on the yarn. Insert your hook into the first loop. Yarn over, pull through the hole. Yarn over again, and pull through both 2 loops. And there you go. Once you finish the row, you will get these nice straight edges. This technique works not just for double crochet, but also could be used for half double crochet. To learn more patterns and different skills, check out the website and see more.
And another thing, tell those people that the price is the price. I understand that a lot of people outside of the crochet community don't quite understand crochet as an art, so they don't understand how much time it takes to do crochet, and crochet is something that can't be replicated by a machine. Therefore, any crochet item that you see was made by hand by someone. Okay, so for that reason, the price is the price, and if they don't want to pay the price, that's completely okay. But guess what? Somebody else will.
After more than 20 years of crocheting, I recently learned a way to finish your stitch that is a complete game changer. Instead of doing a regular stitch and making a knot that's bulky and hard to hide, clip your yarn, leaving an extra long tail, and pull it all the way up through your last stitch. Then you will thread your yarn through the top stitch of the last round and again through your very last stitch. Pull the yarn through until it joins both rounds seamlessly. Then weave the tail in through the stitches on the back side of your project. Now there are no bulky knots and you have a seamless finish all the way around.